What's up, tribe? Thank you for being here and welcome to my channel. Today's post is titled Destination, and as usual, Matias starts it by commenting on yesterday's post. Move along. So I would recommend you either give that a listen on Matias De Stefano's education playlist on my channel, or if you prefer reading, you can read it on Matias's blog, yosoy.red. As this is a dialogue between Matias and his higher self, I'd be referring to Matias as me and to his higher self as I am. Me. I have a doubt. Yesterday you explained that all history is a continuum of vibration that space generates, and that its levels, known as past, present, and future, are the frequency with which the waves move in said continuum. Therefore, nothing and nobody is separate in history. And we are all causes and consequences of what happens. That said, then, is there free will? And in contrast, if it does not exist, then is there a destination? I am, well, important to define these concepts. Let's take into account again, very well, that as we said, the concept of time is relative, because it is nothing more than a concept that orders the low, medium, and high vibrations in terms of frequency. If the wave is slow and low, it will have a low frequency. That is, the cycle will take a long time to repeat itself, which gives it a connotation of imperceptible stagnation, what we call the past. If the wave vibrates medium, then the frequency will be more stable between the different ridges and curvatures, which gives more possibilities to contemplate and be part of what is happening, and therefore we call it present. Finally, the more the wave vibrates, the repetitions are abrupt and fast, causing a high frequency between the curvatures, which does not give time to contemplate or adapt to the process. It goes so fast that it cannot be seen or manipulated, and we call it the future. All beings live in these three aspects, since all three make up the unity of being. We could say that the low frequency is the one that shows the body with a slow reaction process. Then the middle frequency is the soul, which allows you to see and feel faster than biology can react. And finally, the spiritual energy, which sees all the possibilities in an instant for vibrating so high frequency. If we see it from the human point of view, you will call the low vibration as your past history. The average will be your actuality, and the high as your potentialities and projections. The continuum of vibration shows you something unavoidable. Everything is united. Vibration, constant, and what happens to one will affect the other, and this is called destiny. Me. So we all have a destiny, and we can't escape it. I am, exactly, or not. Me. I eat. I think because it's translated from Spanish, and it goes something like como. Maybe the website mistakes how for eat. I'm not sure. So let's keep it as I eat. I eat, question mark. I am. Your entire reality is a consequence of the past, or the low vibration. And your present is the cause of everything you generate in the future. Then Destiny, then, is the end of a long rope that, being tied at one end, you decide to take it at the other end and start shaking it up and down or from one side to the other. The movement of your arm and hand will generate a force at the end of the rope that will travel along it by inertia, reaching the other end. The entire movement of the rope will be determined by the cause of your initial movement, and the rope will have no choice but to move according to this impulse. This continuum, like the waves of the sea, makes all the vibration in the universe work by reaction, by various forces pushing each other to seek balance. There's no empty space. Everything is driven. It moves in this tune. Therefore, the force that you exert towards the front or the sides will be determined by the force that comes to you from behind. The past gives you the necessary energy and determines your vibrational state. For this reason, you are net products of the past. You are reactions to the events that have built you, based on experiences, acquired knowledge, and assimilated wisdom. Culture, language, faith, philosophy of life, traditions, all of this will shape your being and the vibration of who you are. Determine your future. This is the reason why your entire destiny is written. It is not based on the future, but based on the past. The swell of the dense currents of the past shape the ordering of your genomes, giving you the potentialities and attributes acquired in history, thus determining your abilities to manage the future. This is why you have written in the lines of your hands or on your body everywhere, every step you will take in the same way that you can foresee the movement of the rope. Me. But you said that maybe not, too. So is there a possibility of free will? I am. Yes, everything is possible. You can be free of your destiny, but for this you must vibrate faster than it. Me. How would I do it? I am. You must raise your vibration, raise your frequency, resonate with the future. When you start to vibrate high, you can reach the spiritual plane that sees everything, anticipating circumstances, events that will happen. You can see all the possible future expressions that develop from your current frequency. Then, from this high vibration, you have the possibility to open yourself to contemplate new possibilities. What would happen if instead of doing this, I do the other? Then you realize that to make the change, you must go back to your present and modify your vibration. Moving the rope in a different way will allow you to generate a new reaction at the end, create a new destiny from you and not from what comes to you. Me. In other words, the universe only delivers destinations, but it is up to each one to build free will. I am. That's right. Me. And how do I build it? How do I change that vibration? I am. Well, first you have to recognize where what you are today comes from. Recognize the past. Know what the currents are that determine who you are. The pulses that you possess of your genetics, family, species, culture, faith, philosophy, etc. Only there will you be able to understand everything that makes up the past. By analyzing it, you make it aware. Change your perception to a neutral gaze and take it as nutrients to create new energy. Thus, knowing where the stagnant in you is, you make the decision to modify that repetitive action by reaction, and you start a different action in the circumstances you acted in the previous way. There, you change to attitude, which modifies your aptitude, and therefore the vibration that will change the frequency of your future, modifying your destiny at your will. Me, oh, it's a lot of work. I am. Do you want to be free or not? Me, well, yeah, I am. No one will give you freedom. And do you know why? Me, no, why? I am, because it doesn't exist. From the point of view of the universe, destiny is order. Order in Greek is called cosmos. The existence you enjoy is a product of the ordering of waves and particles in harmonic and resting state, saving energy. And for this, they need to be linked to each other in a continuum. What may seem like a prison for you, for the universe is harmony. The cosmos does not understand the concept of freedom and slavery. It only understands the concepts of order and disorder. For the universe, everything is one. Everything is resonant or dissonant. But nothing is trapped within something. The only thing that creates the feeling of slavery and prison is living in dissonance and separation. Because when you resonate and become the system, it ceases to exist as something alien. Me, that is not to live in the system, but to become it. I am. That is why no one manages to live in free will, because they consider that to be free you have to free yourself from something. When the truth is that to be free you must become that something and take an action instead of acting by reaction. Me, in that case, to be free from my destiny, I must make myself my own destiny. I am. Exactly. And to achieve this, you must identify everything that has built your destiny and what you continue to project in it towards the future. Me, what would that be? I am everything you call missions and purposes. You have set purposes in your life to feel fulfilled, but to achieve your purpose, you must achieve goals, which you call missions, for example. Imagine a child who wants to be a doctor. A doctor. The boy is 7 years old. And until he is 26, he may not get his doctorate. His purpose is to be a doctor to heal lives, but to achieve it, he must, year after year, fulfill a mission to finish each year of elementary school, then high school, college, and doctoral years. Each year was a mission accomplished, which are building their purpose. Do you understand the difference? Me. Yeah, sure. I am. Now there's a conscious purpose, to be a doctor and save lives, an unconscious one, that it may be the death of someone very dear that moves you to want to heal others so that the same thing does not happen again. And in another subconscious, that it can be to feel useful. Because as a child, everyone made him believe that he was useless. And these three, in turn, move in a dense and subtle aspect, that is, that his being as a human has the purpose of healing with medicine, but perhaps in the subtlety his spirit and soul had another purpose, that was to discover healing, which will lead him to find healing in other tools through a very great personal crisis where he discovers ayahuasca or Reiki meditation, and then fulfills his purpose as a doctor from a very different place. Me, it is a broad framework. It's not linear. I am. Because of this, people often get lost and never have free will, because when looking at life as a line, you forget that it's a tree with roots and branches, hundreds of possibilities. And when one is cut, new shoots emerge, multiplying possibilities. Me, ugh. Then I am. So stop escaping your destiny, because there's no way to escape from him, because he is you. You only have two options on this path: be aware of it or unconscious. The first will remind you that you are free to act, to fulfill it in the best way, transforming realities into something cooperative. And the second leads you to react and maintain the cyclical circuit, making you feel like you're in a trap. Look back, recognize which are the paths that have created you, which are the missions that you have managed to accomplish, and which ones you still have to carry out, which ones you project. Identify them to know where you are. Discover your quest tree. Locate yourself. Me. And from that, what do I do? I am. Recognize that all the missions that have led you to be who you are today, and those that you project into the future, all have a single objective: the transcendence of your own being. The destination is you. Make the list, name it missions, and write down in one column those that you have accomplished, and in the other, those that you project. Me. I understand. For example, that some of my missions have been to finish my studies, have a good relationship with my parents, create a network of consciousness, walk the roads of Harwitam and Romamur, go around the world and step on the 7 continents, as I told myself as a child, among many more missions that I proposed in life. And on the other hand, what I intend is to finish the yosoy project, connect the planetary network, work for a new society, design the ontocracy. I am. Well, all this will lead you to fulfill your purpose, which you will discover when you complete all your missions. Step by step, step firmly on your heels. Be aware of how your feet position as you walk. Be flexible but firm, and recognize that the further you go along the way, the closer you will be to the center of your being. Recognize that the further you'll go forward, the further in history you have recognized yourself. Both come together in your here and now. Me, I am my own destiny, and only thus I will fulfill him, being free. I am, well, the only destination is the I am.